What's up guys, welcome back to yet another video. In this video we'll cover all the features of OxygenOS 12 and we'll also talk about the privacy policy which most people are concerned about, the policy statement which pops up whenever they open any application for the first time. I've been using my Oneplus 9 as a primary device and from the day one OxygenOS 12 is being running on that device. So in this video we'll talk about all the new features which I have discovered till now on OxygenOS 12. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. So as said, before starting the video, we'll talk about the privacy policy on OxygenOS 11 and OxygenOS 12 because after the release of OxygenOS 12, I've seen lots of videos on YouTube and people are complaining about the policy statement which pops up whenever we open the application. So here you can see I have two devices. One is OnePlus 7 Pro running OxygenOS 11 and towards the right hand side this is my OnePlus 9 which is running OxygenOS 12. After seeing this statement of use pop up while opening the application, people have started thinking that OnePlus is stealing their data. And guys, I'll take approx 2 minutes extra to explain about these privacy policies before starting with the features, because I've been getting lots of comments regarding all these things, and after checking on YouTube, few people are completely giving the wrong statement about all these policies, and they say now OnePlus is collecting their personal data and which can also be shared publicly, but that's not the case. So here I have taken example of Photos application. I cleared the data of this application and once I open the application, I get this statement of use. Tapping on this privacy notice, this will redirect to the privacy policy of OnePlus. But if you do the same thing on OxygenOS 11, let me clear the caches and data, and now we'll open up the gallery application. So here we don't get any pop-up. We just get a pop-up which requests for the permissions of storage. So people think this wasn't the case on OxygenOS 11, but with OxygenOS 12, now OnePlus is taking the access of our personal data. And it's for those users who have been spreading wrong information on internet regarding the sharing of personal information. So I would request those guys to please go through this privacy policies. Yes, OnePlus collects your data, including your personal data, but that data is not being shared until and unless it is required by law. And just imagine guys, if your personal data is required by law, then obviously you are doing some illegal stuff on your device or with that particular application. So this is the privacy policy pop-up which pops up whenever we open the application. But that's not the case on OxygenOS 11. Let me show you the permissions which gallery application is accessing on both the OS, and here you can see it only shows you the storage permissions. But if you go to the Play Store, so as you can see here, I've opened up the OnePlus Gallery app in Play Store. Scrolling down, open this developer contact section and here just tap on this privacy policy. This will redirect to the official forum of OnePlus, which also have the same privacy policies which are being mentioned on OxygenOS 12. So on OxygenOS 12, things are a bit transparent now as we have to accept statement of use which includes this privacy policy thing every time whenever we open the application for the first time. So here you can see on both the devices we have the same privacy policy stuff. And guys, this is not only limited to OnePlus, every manufacturer does the same thing. And most of the time it is required to collect your personal data for better stability of the application. And as you all know, Android 12 have better privacy policies compared to previous versions of OS. Your personal data is being collected, but that is not shared publicly until and unless it is required by the law. Whoever is spreading all these information on internet, I would request them to just go through the privacy policy once and then come up with a statement instead of spreading rumors. And for those people who are more concerned about their privacy thing, then you guys should stop using any smartphone. So guys, I don't want to waste much of time. Now let's start with the features. First, let's take a look at the Android 12 features, what Google have provided. So going to the privacy section, here we have a new privacy dashboard on Android 12, wherein this wasn't on OxygenOS 11. We only had the privacy manager, but here on OxygenOS 12 we have got this new add-on of privacy dashboard. Here you can find out which all applications have been using your services like location, microphone, camera and etc. Along with that, now we also have these options to completely disable the camera access and microphone access, and this thing can also be found in the quick setting panel. By default, if it is not there, you can just tap on this edit icon and here you can see we have quick setting tiles for both the options, which is camera access and microphone access. So you can completely disable these two functions from your device if you are more worried about if any third-party application might access these things in the background. And then we also have this private safe, where you can protect all your photos, videos, audio files and more. You can enable this directly from the privacy section, and the same thing can also be found in the files option, like my files. Scrolling down, here we have the option of private safe. You can just turn it on and set the password or PIN. Now let's talk about the launcher on OxygenOS 12. So basically, with initial updates like on developer preview, we had the ColorOS launcher. But now if you take a look at the launcher on OxygenOS 12, here you can see we have the logo of Oneplus launcher and which says system launcher. Previously we had the logo of ColorOS launcher. Basically it is a ColorOS launcher itself because it has the similar stuff what we have seen on ColorOS 12. So long pressing on both the OS, with this particular launcher on OxygenOS 12, we have lots of options to customize. For example, we have these transition effects which can be applied and used on the home screen. And I've also made a dedicated video in which I have done an in-depth explanation of OxygenOS 11 launcher with that of OxygenOS 12 launcher. So make sure to check that video. I'll provide the link in the description below. When it comes to the launcher, we also get few updated widgets which can be used on OxygenOS 12. And now talking about the app drawer. On OxygenOS 12, you can see the alphabets towards the right side of the app drawer, and when you slide over these alphabets, depending on the alphabet, those application gets highlighted, and that's a nice differentiation. On OxygenOS 11, we have the simple stuff. You just have to scroll down from the right side and that will pop up the alphabets. But there's not much of highlight to be seen with the applications depending on the alphabets. And one thing which I don't like about OxygenOS 12 launcher, and that's missing of scout feature inside the app drawer. But if you tap on search option in the OxygenOS 11 launcher, we get the scout search feature. So the addition of scout feature in the launcher was a good implementation, but on OxygenOS 12, the scout feature have been added in the shelf section instead of launcher itself. On the previous versions of OxygenOS, we could access shelf by swiping towards the right hand side, but here on OxygenOS 12, if we swipe towards the right hand side, we get this Google feed option. To access shelf, you need to swipe from the right top corner, which will open up the shelf section of OxygenOS 12. And here we get the scout feature in the shelf section. Once you tap on this search, here we have a pop-up of scout feature. So what do you guys think? Implementation of scout feature should remain inside the app drawer or in the shelf section? Let me know in the comment section below. And then let's move on to the next thing, which is related to recents panel. So let's open up recents panel on both the OS, and here in the recents panel you will notice a new feature which have been added. So let me show you that. If I tap on close all applications and open up recents, here you can see I still have few applications running in the background. But if I tap on clear all on OxygenOS 11, all the application gets cleared. So on OxygenOS 12, we have a feature of logged application. Tapping on manage, and here you can see depending on your usage, like which all applications you have been using the most, the system will automatically log those applications and those applications will not get cleared from the recents panel. And if you don't want those applications, you can simply disable these things. And if you want to add more application, that can also be done from here. Other than that, we also have an option to display RAM/memory information. So whenever you are in the recents panel, at the bottom side, you'll get to know how much RAM is available or how much free memory is right now on your device. So this is one new add-on which can be found on OxygenOS 12. And now talking about another add-on which is related to screen recording. So on both the OS, we have seen screen recording feature, and the first difference what you're going to notice between this screen recorder is the alignment of shortcuts of screen recording. But there are few more changes done. So let's go to settings. So here once you tap on the settings gear, you'll get to see two options. One is record system sound and the second one is record microphone sound. But if you tap on the settings icon of screen recorder in OxygenOS 11, that will redirect you to the settings page of screen recording. On OxygenOS 12, if you want to go to the settings of screen recording, you need to long press on the screen recording quick setting tile. Good thing on OxygenOS 12, now you can also set the custom resolution and the bitrate, where on OxygenOS 11 we had the limited options. And another nice add-on for people who do lots of gaming and record their gameplays, now they can also use the front camera as a face cam while recording their games. And video coding formats are H265 and H264. So I personally like this screen recording feature of OxygenOS 12. And one of the major requested feature what Oneplus community was requesting from a long time, and that's related to the theme store. So on OxygenOS 12 we have got the theme store, but as said, not everyone is liking this. I personally haven't used this feature or any theme from this theme store till today, and I'm the user who have been using Android 12 from the first day. So you guys update me in the comment section how many of you guys keeps changing the theme of your device. This gives lots of options, like you can change the theme, fonts, wallpapers, etc. And don't think all the themes are free, there are few paid themes also. With Android 12, we also have a redesigned Notes application. So let's open up Notes application on both the OS. So here you can see the difference. This latest Notes application adds a new list of to-do, various text style, and you can also use the dawdle feature. On the OxygenOS 11, we had this simple layout. And now talking about the gaming mode on both these OS. So with OxygenOS 12, we get to see more add-ons and new features in the gaming toolbox. So here we have the gaming toolbox of OxygenOS 11, which have this stuff like Pro Gaming, Mistouch, Telegram, Instagram. But here on OxygenOS 12, we get to see new features like Voice Modular, which will help you change your voice in the gameplays. Right now this feature is not being supported in the game like PUBG, but let's hope in future we get the support of voice changer in Battlegrounds Mobile India or PUBG. And after that, we also have the option to edit the tools, which wasn't seen on previous builds of OxygenOS 11. And people who are using Android 12, right now you won't be able to access this latest gaming tool. Wait for few more updates. By default, this will be added on your device. So here another major add-on in the gaming toolbox of GameSpace application. Gallery app on OxygenOS 12 have also been redesigned, and which supports this feature of pinch in and pinch out. And you also get to see few new layouts in the gallery application. Other than that, we have same stuff like video, private safe, recently deleted. And now let's take a look at the customization options available on OxygenOS 12. So here we have the personalization section on OxygenOS 12. On OxygenOS 11, we had the section of customization. And you can see everything is well organized in personalization section of OxygenOS 12. We have the options of wallpaper, ambient display, that is always on display. And here we also get to see few new add-ons of clock styles. Then theme option have also been added directly inside the personalization section, and we have the canvas feature, and here canvas feature have few extra features. So I don't have a selfie right now. Let's select this wallpaper first. On OxygenOS 12, we get to see canvas AOD 2.0, which lets you customize the canvas effects. On OxygenOS 11, we had pretty simple canvas AOD. Currently on OxygenOS 12, we don't get the support of wallpaper-based theming system, though that feature is already available on ColorOS 12. And that I think will be added in the upcoming updates. By default, we get the same fonts, Oneplus Roboto and Oneplus Sans. But as said, we have option to download custom fonts from the theme store. Also, you'll get to see more fingerprint animation compared to OxygenOS 11. On OxygenOS 11, we had 4 options to choose between horizon lights, but on OxygenOS 12, we only have 3 color options. So there's nothing like OnePlus have messed up with the personalization sections, or they have added lots of options to customize. Here also on OxygenOS 12, we get the limited options, and I'm pretty much happy with these options, which are to be seen on OxygenOS 12. And if you go to the battery section of OxygenOS 12, here you can see the UI is completely changed. And another thing what you notice in the battery section, I mean to say battery graph, the battery graph doesn't reset after every charge. And you will also get to see color codings like orange color will appear on battery graph when your device is using more battery, and green means normal. So here you can see my device used with extra battery while I was doing gaming. On OxygenOS 12, OnePlus have also added this high performance mode. So whenever you turn it, this gives you a pop-up stating that using high performance mode might drain battery faster, and rest other things remain same. On the top, if you have any recommendation for optimization, that will be shown here. Tapping on it will show you all the recommendations which can help you save more battery on your device. Few cool additions done under battery section to improve battery life. And there are few more stuff which have been added with OxygenOS 12. And one of them is under system navigation. So here we have an option called switch to previous app. So whenever you use full screen gestures to go back, you just have to swipe and hold. That will give you an option to switch to the previous app. Then under convenience tool, we have one-handed mode. This was added by Oneplus on OxygenOS 11, but later it was removed. And this feature works pretty well on OxygenOS 12. As usual, we have the 3-finger gesture, and a new gesture which have been added is this 3-finger touch and hold for partial screenshot. So let's take an example. I'll hold with my 3 fingers and try to take a screenshot, and as you can see, the device now takes a partial screenshot. And when it comes to screenshot, we have few additional options to edit the same. And at last, now we also have a new gesture for the split screen mode. So here you can see it says swipe up with 3 fingers to enter split screen. So if you are inside any of the application, you just have to swipe up using 3 fingers and that will open up the split screen mode. Later you can tap on the second app which you want to use in the same mode. So guys, these were some of the OxygenOS 12 features which I have discovered till now after using Android 12 on my primary device, which is Oneplus 9. If I have missed out any feature, then do let me know in the comment section below. As of now, only this much in this video. I hope you guys like the video. If you like the video, then do give me a thumbs up. And also if you are new to our channel, then do not forget to subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.